For millennia, the Galactic Council believed they had catalogued every intelligent species in the Orion Arm. They had warred, allied, negotiated, and evolved through cycles of peace and conflict. But nothing prepared them for the call that shattered the silence of the void. It started as a routine SOS beacon. Weak, faint, ancient perhaps. Then came the translation. This is Captain Hashka of the Zanari Dominion. Our world is under siege. Requesting assistance from any Deathworld-class species. Repeat. Requesting aid from registered Deathworlders only. All others will perish on contact. Coordinates attached. Please, hurry. The chamber of the Galactic Council went still. Deathworlders. It was a classification created reluctantly to describe lifeforms from worlds so lethal, so extreme, that their mere biology defied science. Planets with corrosive rains, gravity that crushed bones, predators that hunted in packs using coordinated tactics. Most council members viewed them as evolutionary flukes, dangerous, unpredictable, and thankfully, isolated. One species, of course, stood as the ultimate example. Humans. Once dismissed as chaotic savages, they had earned their place through war, innovation, and sheer willpower. Their world, Earth, was a gravity trap crawling with apex predators, poisonous life forms, and weather that could shift from drought to ice age in decades. And humans thrived there. For decades, they had remained relatively quiet. Explorers, diplomats, traders. But now the beacon was calling for them. Captain Maya Rios, commander of the UNSS Vindicator, stood on the bridge with a cold gaze fixed on the holographic star chart. The coordinates from the SOS blinked in red, deep within the unregulated zone beyond Sector 9. A dead space. No known warp routes. No allies. Perfect. Behind her, Admiral Conrad's voice echoed through the channel. Maya, you understand what this means. If this is real and a Deathworld is asking for help, it means we show them, Maya said firmly, what it really means to be human. Across colonies, hidden research stations, and sleeper fleets, the word spread. Assemble the Deathworlders. From Mars came the fireborn soldiers of the Ash Core, trained in 1.3G under flame storms. From Titan came the icebound engineers, cryo-adapted and fluent in cold physics. From Earth came the vets of the Amazon campaign, hardened jungle warriors, each with kill counts that made AI flinch. They were united by one thing, Earthblood. When the human fleet exited warp near the Zanari system, what they found was worse than expected. The planet was burning. Massive crust-shredding machines swarmed across the surface, spewing black clouds and seismic shockwaves. Orbiting them were metallic serpents, living ships with biological cores. A techno-organic invasion unlike anything in the archives. And at the center of it all was the Hive, a sentient consciousness known only as the Sorrow Engine. A galactic plague long thought to be myth. The other council species would have fled. Humans leaned forward. Deploy Titanfall units. Maya barked. From orbit, massive drop pods hurled through the atmosphere, each one housing a Deathworlder commando in powered armor. The landing shattered mountains. Enemy serpents swarmed to intercept, but the first wave was met mid-air by cryo-laced missiles and railgun bursts from the Vindicator. On the surface, Sergeant Dax of the Ash Core walked through radioactive fog, his skin sheened with nanite gel. A machine beast lunged at him. He punched through its core. In the sky, the Hive screeched through a chorus of hijacked signals, attempting to confuse human command. It failed. Human neural resistance training decades ahead of other species held strong. Even artificial mind worms were ineffective. The humans had seen too many horrors on Earth to be swayed by psychic interference. They advanced. Meanwhile, deep below the planet's crust, a facility hidden by the Zanari flickered to life. Maya, leading a strike team, burst through the outer chamber doors. Inside, the Zanari survivors huddled, gaunt and wide-eyed. You came, one of them whispered. You actually came. Maya knelt. You asked for Deathworlders. You got us. Will you win? She smirked. We're not here to win. We're here to end it. Back in orbit, Council surveillance drones watched in stunned silence as the human fleet adapted to each enemy countermeasure in real time. Hive warships were boarded mid-space by vacuum-hardened troopers. Machine intelligences were corrupted with viral code made by teenagers back on Luna. The Sorrow Engine, enraged, unleashed its final weapon, a world-rending pulse aimed at cracking the core. Too slow. Human deep-bore drills had already planted charges within its root network. The detonation painted the skies with violet flame. 3 days later, the council summoned an emergency session. Representative Th Rask of the Ulanth Confederacy watched the footage replay in a loop. Deathworlders, laughing, bleeding, surviving, winning. No war chants, no posturing, just raw, terrifying efficiency. They weren't just built for war, he murmured. They became it. Counselor Valai, of the pacifist Lyrians, shivered. And we called them primitive. A week later, Maya stood on the edge of a liberated Zanari city, wind whipping through her torn uniform. The Zanari people gathered around, singing old hymns once forbidden by the hive. You didn't have to come, their leader said. We did, Maya replied. That's what humans do. We see fire, we walk into it. He looked up at the sky, where human ships formed a silent halo of steel. The galaxy isn't ready for you, he whispered. Maya smiled faintly. It wasn't supposed to be.